Capcom Cup 12 goes pay-per-view. This has to be one of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen. The whole thing with esports is that it's accessible to all.
Correct.
That's one of the things that made it popular, is that you could just go on YouTube and see high-level gameplay.
That's why Twitch is so popular.
That's why Twitch exists,
Like, yeah.
basically. So you're going to take it, and the main reason they're doing it is because they know
Greed.
Well, partially greed, but partially because Street Fighter in Japan is basically religion. Like, they treat Street Fighter players like we treat NFL players.
Yeah.
Like, that's how popular it is there. And they know the people in Japan will pay the 6,000 yen, which is essentially $40 US. The problem is they keep promoting Capcom Cup as this worldwide event that we're trying to bring in players from all over the world to compete in this tournament. And some of the countries that some of these people are coming from, $40 is half their monthly pay.
Exactly.
So now there's no way in hell they're going to watch that, because that's more money than that's what they need to eat.
Yeah, and unfortunately, as of right now, this is a good thing though, but one of the best players, probably the most popular player right now, is Blaz. And Blaz lives in Chile. I don't know Chile's currency situation. I don't know if it's a third. I mean, I know it's in South America, but like I don't know like how the living is there. You know what I mean? And so, but obviously, Blaz is the most popular player right now in Street Fighter, in my opinion. I felt like he kind of saved the game, because I feel like it was starting to get kind of stale. And then when he exploded in Capcom Cup 11, he kind of brought it back, in my opinion. So so everyone looks for Blaz, and we all have favorite players that's a pro player that we like to see. You know what I mean? And people want to see Blaz. Like obviously, like I like the Gao players. You know what I mean? But I love Daigo. Like there's certain people you want to see. So you know what I mean? And but this is just bad. And not only that, it's in Japan. So they're 12 hours ahead of us. So you think I'm going to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning to pay $40 to watch them play?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And then like in Japan, like you said, a lot of the content creators are like, it feels like they're just only focusing on Japan, because they said Japan will most likely
pay it.
But over here, we're very vocal, and we don't like it. And now here's the other thing, Q, I forgot to tell you. It's on, they're paywalling it and all that stuff, and it's on a pay-per-view, but but you can watch it 6 days later. That's a week later, or that's a waste.
Yeah.
It loses its whole prestige, because it's like, okay, we know who won.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but you know everything about it.
Because someone's going to spoil it on Twitter anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so we know who won, but do I really want to watch it now?
So to answer your question, I mean, this isn't a perfect fact, but just Googling it, the average salary in Chile is around 1,870,000 Chilean pesos.
Yeah.
Which is approximately $1,900.
Oh.
So
hold on, $1,900
a month.
$1,900
a month. So when you factor in bills and stuff, $40 is a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's a lot of money.
And with him being like the most popular right now, he gets a lot of support from his home country. So they're like, they're not going to be able to see that.
Mm-hmm.
They can't afford it, because like you said, that comes into your budget and whatever. And even Dominican Republic with Mena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Mena does live in Boston now here, but that's still his home. You know what I mean? And he still has, he still has family down there. So, they support him. So how are they, are they going to be able to afford that? You know what I mean? Like, they're not looking at stuff like that. And like you said, there's players from all around the world. We got great players in Europe, like Broski.
Yeah.
Juicy Joe.
Yeah. Think about Ja BM from Africa.
Yeah.
I don't know what African country he's from.
Right.
But if he's from one of the, lesser
country, less fortunate countries.
Countries, $40 is insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like that is just wild
Yeah.
for a thing that's been free for decades.
Yeah.
Like that's just insane to me.
It's insane. And then like if they wanted to do that, why don't you offer some incentive to it? Like, okay, if you pay this $40, you get the whole season pass or something. Or just I know I'm just saying anything, but some type of incentive with it or whatever like that.
The whole thing about this is they're trying to market it off as, hey, the esports, we're losing money, which in some ways they are. They're putting up these $1 million purses, these $1 million grand prizes for Capcom Cup. Obviously, that's eating into their funds.
Right.
But everyone has said for years now, because Street Fighter's been out for over a year now.
Oh, it's long.
Over a couple years now.
Yeah, they're on 2.5 years now. Yeah.
You will make money by selling cosmetics.
Yes, and for some reason they're not doing it.
And they're not doing it. Street Fighter V literally made them so much money because of cosmetics.
Because they had a horrible launch. And like you said, the cosmetics and
the cosmetics was insane. And they had them coming out almost weekly.
Right.
And they were selling like hotcakes, especially the ones that the pervs wanted to buy. Scantily clad Chun-Li and so much and so forth.
I think ticket sales and just advertisement would cover their losses. But so my question is are they increasing the purse or no?
No.
So no, it's just okay, it's $40 now, but it's just the line our pockets screw to everyone else.
Yeah. They're saying that they're losing money with the Capcom Cups, which they possibly could.
They need to up their prices for advertisement then.
Either that or sell cosmetics.
Yes.
It's not.
You mean in the game, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Like in Street Fighter V, they had an Ed costume where he was Nero from Devil May Cry, I think it was.
He was. Yes, he was.
And it was fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy cosmetics, and I bought that fucking cosmetic because I'm like, this is fucking dope.
I do, because every time Marvel Rivals come out with a new Emma, I'm like, gotta get it.
Like, this is so backwards because, again, like Street Fighter V did not launch very good at all. But as the seasons went on, it started to get better, and then it ended very well. Street Fighter VI launched very well.
Incredibly well.
And they brought in so many new people in Japan and just around the world, but now we're going the wrong direction. It's like it hit a peak, like saying like how it started off bad with 5, but it hit a peak. And it started off good with 6 with the peak, and now it's going down.
Right.
Like Malik said, they won't do the cosmetic. Everyone has been crying for cosmetics, and they're just ignoring it.
Like, these were the 2 Devil May Cry crossover costumes they did, one for Ken and one for Ed.
Come on, let's turn up.
And I don't like.
Yeah, it's Dante and Nero.
Oh, that's dope.
Like, I'm like, that is fucking dope.
Yeah.
But
I'm like,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like
with that kind of money that they can make off of these costumes is insane. And they're saying, hey, we're using a much more powerful engine and it has to look right. And I get that. But Q, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. There's ways to make an outfit that basically uses the same silhouette. Am I correct?
And just change the colors?
Not necessarily just the colors, but you could change how it looks, but it basically has the same silhouette.
Yeah.
So there's no real clipping or anything because the shape of it is the same. But hey, instead of this being a shirt, we'll make it a suit, but it doesn't change the shape of anything, so to speak.
Then yeah, because then you don't have to re-rig and reconfigure everything.
Yeah.
But
where
that sometimes, depending on how difference of bulky or how thick the mesh is, it could.
But I'm saying
end up looking bad. But
if you use this, if you're purposely using the same silhouette, so you don't have to affect the rigging and whatnot,
then
it just like if I'm using the image here, these guys have on coats.
Yeah. Right.
I take this coat, change the color, maybe add some rivets or something to make it look like a different coat.
Oh yeah.
It's still a coat. It's still the same thing, but it looks completely different.
Right.
Do that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying we need these elaborate costumes that change everything, so you have to re-rig everything and make sure it flows right. Sometimes just take the same exact silhouette and change it visually.
Right.
But it still does the same stuff.
Right.
And I think that's possible. And you could churn those out for $5 a pop and have 500,000 people buy it. And now you're rolling in the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And also with them doing this whole, charging pay-per-view, this screws a lot of the content creators up because that stream these tournaments.
Oh,
because everybody watches their favorite player that streams.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too, which I just realized was the Japanese players that are streaming, they get a lot. They're making a lot of money now streaming.
What co-streaming?
Yeah, like Kawano, Daigo, they're getting hundreds and thousands of streamers per stream and stuff. I didn't know that, but still, they're just they're messing up everybody's. They're messing up everybody's, money on that for the content creators and stuff.
Yeah. For example, looking at this image here, this is
a dope costume.
One of Jury's costumes. Now, I get all of the work that goes into this compared to her normal costume, which is kind of like a bodysuit. Because, the bodysuit kind of sticks to her. This flows. Don't get me wrong, they put a lot of work into this because the pajamas flow like pajamas would.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is take her normal bodysuit thing, change it into a swimsuit or something like that. Cut off the arms. And make it to a swimsuit. It doesn't change anything from a rigging perspective or a, cloth flow perspective. Nothing there has to change. Just make it look visually different. You don't always have to go all in with costumes like this.
Right.
Yes, bring out some of these every once in a while. Cool. I'm all right with that. But you can also take the lazy route a little bit.
I think do it like Marvel Rivals does. To where it's like, okay, well, you want this costume in a different color? Cool. That's this price and it's cheaper. But you want this special costume that's way different, that's going to cost you a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like the color change in Marvel Rivals, they'll be like 800 of the little blue coins or whatever. And then when you want a whole new special costume, it's like 2,000 of them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can always do like that. And then
if you want to take more time on the higher end costumes, fine, do that. But in the meantime, churn out some simple ones that could just get you some money, and it can be done.
Right.
Yeah.
And even Brian F said this too, the Battle Hub. Why not just streaming on the Battle Hub? You know what I mean? There's a big screen in the Battle Hub. I know you don't have Street Fighter 6, but there's a thing mode in there called the Battle Hub where
it's basically a virtual arcade.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you go in there and there's literally arcade cabinets, and you go in there and you can fight people from around the world, essentially.
Yeah. So instead of charging, why don't you say we don't want to put it on Twitch or whatever? Put it in the Battle Hub. Or won't you partner with Netflix and stream it on Netflix or something? There's options. There's other routes that they could have gone, but I think this was just this was a terrible way to go, in my opinion. And like they said, it feels like they're only focusing on Japan. They don't care about how it feels over here in the States or over in EU for Europe. They don't care. They just all they care about is their Japanese crowd. But if the Japanese crowd don't buy in on this, maybe they'll change their mind and realize they screwed up. Because I feel like people over here, somebody will probably buy it over here, but most people over here is not going to buy it.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I don't know how EU feels or down in the Middle East or, like down in, like we're Chile or Dominican. I don't know if they're going to support it. I don't know. But Japan's like the.
Do y'all plan on buying it?
No.
Hell no. No. Hell
Not
no.
at all.
I'll watch it a week later.
But one thing I will say is the developer of Street Fighter 6 came out online and was like, hey, this wasn't our idea.
Yeah.
This is news to us.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he did make a statement that they said they are holding discussion, so they may reconsider, but I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, but right now they got everybody pissed off outside of Japan. So
I bet.
it's not good.
I bet. And I think with so much streaming going on in today's world, I feel like we're past pay-per-views.
Yeah.
For the most part, I agree.
Yeah, like I feel like everything is streamed, and honestly, this is why I don't watch like the AEW pay-per-views.
Right.
I'm like, dude, just put it on a streaming platform.
Yeah, that bothers me.
You know what I mean?
Like they added it to Max,
yeah,
but it's still a pay-per-view. Like
Yeah.
at this point, the pay-per-view model's kind of dead.
we pay so much for streaming now that
Right.
nobody wants to pay extra for just one show. So just put it on the streaming.
Just include it.
Look how much the boxing made on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like like everyone has Netflix, and then it's free advertisement for you too. Because the moment you click into Netflix and you see it, you be like, okay, well, this is interesting. Let me check it out.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Just for that, because like even the Canelo Bud fight, I was excited for it. Was I going to pay for it? Absolutely not, because I worked that night, so I knew I wasn't going to pay for it at work. But it was on Netflix, so I was able to watch it.
Yeah, and back then, pay-per-views are like $100 for boxing and all that shit.
Yeah.
You just click it on your, on the cable box, whatever.
I think.
You know what I mean, but
Floyd Pacquiao was like the last one I paid for, and I was like, I'm done here. I was like, I'm not paying anymore for these pay-per-views.
Yeah,
so.
see, I didn't really pay for many pay-per-views. I would go to like a sports bar that was having it.
Yeah.
And
you went to a bar?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, a lot of times I went to sports bar over on North Shore, right across from PNC Park.
In the North Shore?
Yep.
A bar?
Yep.
Who are you?
You're acting like I drank.
Where'd you go?
You went to
Bettis's?
Huh?
Bettis's?
Or McFadden's or whatever?
Yeah.
Was it McFadden's? I don't think it was McFadden's. I can't remember what it was called. It was literally like right across from
Look
PNC
at
Park.
you.
No.
This was years ago, but I haven't
Still?
I don't even know if that place is still there.
No. Well,
Learn something new every day, Q.
But you're acting like I ate nachos and watched the fights. I didn't drink.
But like you saying, like I'm definitely not buying it.
No.
I know he ain't buying it.
No.
Darren ain't buying it. White ain't buying it. Like ain't nobody buying it. So like
No.
it's just in our group ain't buying it. Like
Yeah.
very disappointing though. But hopefully they decide to change their mind. But we'll see. The last thing they were hoping that like Daigo would say something. Like Takedo, Daigo, they're hoping they'll speak up on it, but I doubt they would. I mean, they're getting paid, so why would you know what I mean? So,
you need your big people to speak up.
Yeah, especially the Japanese, like was it Itazan, the Zangief player,
Itabashi
Zangief. Like I'm hoping like one of them will speak up and say something, because this is just bad. This is all around just bad.
Yeah.
But that's all I got on it. Do better, Capcom. Shame on y'all.